Hello!
Nom.
This is my post Vitruvian video. Just thought I'd give you an update on the race, how it went, how the week's progressing so far. Currently in a recovery week, so unlike a lot of people, well, I say unlike a lot of people, those who don't perhaps take. Not sure whether you caught my daughter's burp whilst eating her dinner. That is not how I brought her up, by the way. Yeah, my recovery week generally consists of a bit of overindulgence, a few additional pints of cider, glass of wine, maybe a pizza curry, generally a couple of takeaways in the days that follow. Yeah, we're now on Thursday, ready for Saturday. Legs are all but recovered. However, currently sticking to my plan, which is basically just a recovery week in full. Sat on the bike doing 90 minutes to 2 hours, probably only do about 90 minutes with a few 4 or 5 minute half iron or middle distance sets. So yeah, that's it. So as of on Saturday, setting was great, marshalling was great, the whole atmosphere was really good prior to the race starting. Weather was it was alright. I mean, we had a few spots of rain midway through the ride, nothing that really hampered you. It's a little gusty, nothing that's going to be too overbearing. So yeah, overall the race conditions were alright. In terms of my race, a mixed bag. Overall, if you told me I'd be 11th in the English Championship middle distance race in my age group prior to the race starting, a time of 4:29, I'd have snapped your hand off. But then when you analyse it, there's certain areas that I was less than pleasing, notably the swim. Swim was rubbish, putting it mildly. Swim was dog shit, to be honest. Don't worry, my daughter's got her headphones on. She didn't hear. Anyway, she's in. As I probably stated in the description on my initial video, she's probably going to be the only one that ever actually watches these videos. So, the first 9:50, had to work it out in, coming in about 16.5, which was for me around about on point. Probably felt like I was more on the lines of 16, just under 16 at halfway stage. The conditions, as I say, late conditions were good, albeit filthy. Like I say, I wouldn't say that hampered me at all. Second 9:50 was atrocious. I think I come in about 19.5 minutes. 19.5 minutes for that 9:50 alone. Don't get me wrong, I veered off to the right, which I have a tendency to do. Become acquainted with the canoeists that were sat on the boundary of the course, but I wouldn't say that cost me 3 minutes. In fact, I was extremely disappointed when I looked at my watch and I come out of the water in what was 35 something. So yeah, that aside, got on the bike, clocked an average of about 21 mile an hour for both laps. There weren't a lot of difference between both times with both laps. I was led to believe it weren't particularly hilly, however I would definitely say it was undulating. It's up and down the whole way. There was a big stretch along the back end of the course, which enabled me to gain some sort of my average back up. However, other than that, it was pretty much up and down. So whilst I wouldn't say there was any tremendous hills, I would definitely say it wasn't flat. So where from there? Come in, got off, started running by feel as opposed to time. Was averaging about 3:45 a kilometre. About 3k in, I thought, you know what, you're not doing too bad. But okay, so time ended up about 2:26 by the way for the cycle. So running, it was about 3k in, 3:45 kilometres, and I thought I should probably slow up, but to be honest, I thought, fuck it, she still can't hear, let's go for it. I mean, I'd been running well prior to that, certainly in the weeks leading up. I was running towards sort of 3:40 in my intervals, in whatever interval they may be, but wasn't sure I could sustain 3:45. So coming towards halfway, I think I started to slow up, just over 3:50, and then I suppose I got to about 7.5k remaining, and I wouldn't necessarily say my legs gave up, just say that I was no longer able to do 3:45. Tried to maintain sort of 4:15, 4:10 to 4:15 as long as I could. At that point, I thought that 4:30 as a whole was slipping away from me. So with sort of 5k to go, I kind of just set my sights on 4:32, which I would have been more than content with. It would have been disappointing knowing that I was within the realms of 4:30, but yeah, let's not forget. Well, actually, I'll tell you that. But then, yeah, one last push at the end, and I managed to creep just inside. So I was completely over the moon. I mean, the only downside was the beer they give out at the end was absolutely shite. Couldn't finish it, which was a surprise, because at that stage, when you've warranted a beer, whilst you probably wouldn't ordinarily feel like and going on a knees up or having a skinful, the adulation you feel when you've hit a time that you're happy with probably push you towards a beer or two, but that was rubbish. So yeah, got in the car, steady ride home, very happy with the total time. Certainly areas to improve on. Now extremely motivated going to the last few weeks of the season. My last race will be Mallorca. My third race ever will be Mallorca. Yeah, haven't really got any targets yet. It's quite hilly. Of course, this one was only 85k cycle instead of 90, so 4:30 will probably be out of reach, but you never know. We'll work hard over the coming month and see where we go from there. But other than that, yeah, sorry about the head bobbing throughout the course of the video. I wouldn't necessarily say my directing's great, but it certainly wasn't attributed to a shaky hand. It was just I want to buy, and that's it. Here's my house, by the way. There's my fan. There's my kid. Annie, say hello. Annie, say hello. Alright, bye.